Hi, everybody. I can't tell if I'm recording. Okay, I'm recording. Hi, how's it going? Sorry about that. So, I know I haven't been recording in a while. Today's video is going to be about my binder organization. How I organize my binders. What do I use my binders for? I have about 4 different binders that we're going to talk about today. So I'm going to try to make this a pretty decent sized video to be able to answer any questions. I get my binders from thrift stores, the Dollar Tree, the Dollar General, and that's it. Those are the only 3 places I get my binders from. If you see me with a bigger binder, it's a regular binder, and I get those from all over the place. So I have a couple of binders I'm going to talk about. The first one we're going to talk about is how I keep track of my customers' receipts. Before I get into that, let me just say that everything that I'm talking about is not necessarily Scentsy related. Yes, everybody knows I'm a Scentsy independent consultant, but this business is for everyone basically. But this video is going to be strictly for organization. I get a lot of questions on how do you organize, what do you do, and stuff like that. So I'm very old school. I'm very black and white. I am very pen and paper. That's me. I have a spreadsheet of a lot of things. I just don't control my spreadsheets. I don't do those. I have help. So I don't do spreadsheets. I look at them. I make sure that they're done and it's what I need in them. And then that's it. I 86 it. I don't do nothing else with the spreadsheet. So the first thing we're going to do is how I organize my customer receipts. What is a customer receipt? So customer receipts, customers, if you purchase from me or basically if I was at an event or if you come to my house and you purchase stock from me, or even if I was at an event, let's talk events. So if I was at an event, you would fill out one of these if you purchase from my table. Even if you ordered online, I would still fill one of these out for you. Couple of reasons why, but mainly because I like these. This is very hands-on. I can put my hands on this. If you're like, hey, I purchased something from you and I can't get to my computer or my iPad or my cell phone or my anything else, I got this binder. This is what this is. You fill it out. Literally, you fill it out how it says and you file it, basically. I'm going to show you my binder. And we're going to kind of keep going. So, that is that. It tells you at the bottom who gets what, copy, color, and stuff like that. A lot of my customers do not want their receipts, so I just keep the full pack. So let's move forward to the binder. Here's the binder. I got this binder from the Dollar, no I didn't. This binder I got from the thrift store. I don't know what I was doing at the thrift store, but I got it from the thrift store. So I'm actually going to go back and see if I can find some more. I'm obsessed with mini binders, but that's a personal choice. I do have big binders, so we'll talk about those later as well. I don't know why my nose is itching, so pardon me. So inside this binder, I got my dividers. So these things from Walmart. And I got my plastic coverings from Office Max or Office Depot. So if y'all have like a Staples or something like that, you should be able to find it there too. So it is in alphabetical order. I just have to label it. So it's not labeled yet, but I just have the alphabetical. I have to alphabetize them. They're already put in alphabetical order. So this is from a particular event that I actually worked. And this is what the lady ordered. And so then we're going to go ahead and turn the page. She placed a second order. Same lady, second order. I'm making sure I don't have anybody's address showing. This is another order. I'm showing you this like this because it is going to show you how I do my business. Anybody who's ever purchased from me ever under anything. Oh, I got to go over this, but it's supposed to be in alphabetical order. It's just going through what she ordered and who ordered what and how they ordered, so forth and so on. Try to always remember the date. Oh my God. That's my biggest thing is I don't remember the dates. So, this is another order that I got, just going through it. This is what she ordered. I always try to get this. Y'all are going to be like, but you didn't get it. This was purchased, and I don't have the date, but I remember this order. Try to always get the date when you are doing this because it kind of makes it easier for if you're to be like, hey, remember when I ordered such and such from you? Do you by any chance have a copy of that receipt? Everybody always loses their receipts. Sometimes people are ordering stuff for business, so they're always going to need a copy of their receipt. So get a lot of the information. This is somebody I know personally, so I have a lot of her personal information already. So I didn't need to do that. I'm making sure I don't have anybody's information popping up. This is the same thing. How do I know that this is a paid order? Because it has thank you on it. If you did not pay me in full for your order, you will not have a thank you seal on your order. Except for this guy, he paid me in cash, so he was good. I also have his entire stack of receipts because he didn't want it. I also put the method of payment. This particular person paid me in Cash App. I try to keep it to where it's either Cash App, cash, because if you guys see down here, we do take card information. So I checked the cash box. She paid me in cash. I just did not write her thank you across the top of it because she's my sister and she told me I didn't need to do all of that. This is another person who brought something from me. She's paid me in cash. This is an order that I had to go in and order. So if you ever see me charge someone tax and shipping, this is something that I physically did not have on hand. And I had to go ahead and create this for them. So I had to order it. So that's how they get charged. The same way they would have on my website. But she just wanted to come from me. So that's what I did. This is a good one. This is a good example of when you get paid in full. So this was an order. And this is the reason why I'm breaking this down to you like this. Because I get all the time asked, how do you do your things? So this is a specific order for 3 items. So she paid me a deposit of almost half. And then she had a balance. So until she paid me that balance, which was paid in 2 weeks. If you ever allow somebody to do this, she did not receive her product until I received my full balance. Fair enough? Cool. And we're going to keep going. And the list goes on and on and on. It's in alphabetical order. And like I said, always try to get the customer's information. If you have it or if you know them personally. Like this is another one. I put thank you. She paid me in cash. So I put cash across the top of it. That's literally how I keep a copy of my customer receipts. Now, you're probably going to be like, don't you have another binder? I absolutely do. So this is my go-to grab customer binder part 1, right? So I have another one, which I'm going to get ready to show you. Index cards for another video. I gotta move some stuff around. I'm in the process of cleaning up my desk, so I'm sorry. Okay. This is my full mailer customer binder. This literally has everything in it. So, I don't know what's first. And I can't show you that first page because it's someone's address. But what I can show you is how I do it. Okay. I can do it like this. So, I'm actually going to take this out. This is definitely in alphabetical order though, because this takes us the longest to do. Okay. This is a full-size order sheet. This is a full-size order from my website. So I go into the consultant side of my order forms and I print all this out. And this is what they ordered. Now, sometimes it's going to look a little different. I'll show you a different variation of this. But this is when I am doing my mailers for my customers before I pull out the index cards to verify. I use this book. It has my P.O. Box labels in it, so I can just grab and go those. My P.O. Box labels are always in the front of my book. Always in the front. Never move your P.O. Box labels or your shipping labels or your return address labels. Never move those. I also make a photocopy of these. I make a photocopy of these receipts. One, because these tend to fade. I've never had mine fade on me, but to eliminate and avoid them possibly fading on me, I just make copies and they get put in here. So if you do not buy off of my website, and like I said, if you're at an event and you are at an event and you're selling product, this is also a good way to keep your, I just realized this lady's missing a receipt, but this is a good way to keep a hold of your items by you just basically doing it this way. So this is another one when I go into my website on the consultant side. So everyone has, if you have a business, you have a way to get your orders that was placed online. If you have that kind of business, if you use Square, there's a way you can do it on Square as well. But this is another one. This is, I'm not going to get too close. This is all her contact information up top. But this is her physical order, and I have to cover the bottom. So this is her physical order. This is exactly what she ordered, line for line, word for word, to a T. Address and all that fun stuff is entered into it. Why do I print that out? And I also have that other page that I showed you guys because I like to keep a copy of my customers' orders. So one's a little too small for me, and the other one's a little bit bigger. So remember the first page that I showed you guys? I have that put on the back of the original receipt. The original receipt is what I printed off of my workstation. And then so forth and so forth and so forth and so forth. And it goes literally through and through and through and through and through for every single customer. So even going further back, I still have everything for every single customer. I even have files for me when I buy things. But it's in the back. I'm not going to take up a section. I am going to need a bigger binder though. But I keep my stuff in the back. So I have these folder, like divider like folders. I can show it to you actually. And they look like this. This says no mailers because this is where my hand delivery section used to be. But like I said, I revamped my binder. So I have my stuff. It's in here. But it's in the one in front, but it has my address stuff on it, so I'm obviously not going to pull that up. But it's in this, and it doesn't even have a sticker or anything on like that, because I don't need it to. And then I have more shipping, return address labels, with my P.O. Box information on it. P.O. Box was a lifesaver, I must say. P.O. Box was, oh, snap. I almost forgot I got to pay a bill. My P.O. Box was an absolute lifesaver. Amongst so many other things that I have. This is actually in the wrong book, but I'll leave it there for right now. And then it just keeps going and going and going and going and going. So that is what my big customer binder looks like. Now, this binder does not ever leave the house. The mini binder, I can take that with me, especially if I'm doing an event and I want to make sure I'm keeping track of everything. I'll go ahead and I will bring that with me. But usually these two binders are always in my office. Always in my office. Everything has to pretty much get filed away where it needs to go. So how I keep track of my customers, I use index cards. So I take everything that's in the binder and everything that's on the website, and I just put it on an index card. And then I file it in the index card holder that I have in alphabetical order. Literally, that's it. I don't do anything else. I don't do anything special. Again, I have an Excel spreadsheet of my customers. And this is for my mailers, because when you're mailing things out to your customers, whether it's thank you, it's happy, it's birthday, it's this, it's that, it's this, it's that, you don't necessarily always have time to jump on a computer and, oh my God, let me try to go find when they last placed the order with me. No, once you're a customer of mine, you're always a customer of mine. And I do get permission before I mail you things. I just ask, hey, would you like to be put on my monthly mailer subscription list? I just send you different things every month and stuff like that. So I literally am old school. I literally use index cards. Like this is, I have well over this number of mailers now of customers because I've been going through my binders and my customer list and stuff like that. That's also a reason why I do it. It gives me a heads up. It lets me see visually in front of me who my customers are, what they ordered and stuff like that without me necessarily having to rely on my computer. Yes, I look really, really young, but I am very old school. I am writing down your favorite scent on the back of your index card. I am writing little notes, like writing your birthday at the bottom of your index card so that I know when your birthday is, so I can send you some birthday stuff. That's the kind of person I am, and that's how I like to run my business, keep everything situated. Again, I almost messed that up. Birthdays at the bottom of the card. You know, those little things for me, so that, and I also put it inside of my big calendar. Now my big calendar is linked to all my calendars. So I actually have to go through this and make sure I'm not skipping any December birthdays. And if we're friends on Facebook, I cheat and I just go by your Facebook birthday. So if I send you something that's too early, it's not my fault. It's the birthday you put on Facebook. Let's talk me as a consultant in my binder. Now, I have two, but this is the one that I keep with me 97% of the time because now I have my iPad with me. And this little binder came from Dollar General, and it was $1. Keeps my catalog in it. I get one of these every catalog season. It is a hard copy. I showed y'all this before. I have my little tabs in the front and just some little notes to make me kind of feel good. And of course, I got Post-its. That page is very important. I've showed you guys my other binder when I first got back into the business, and that was totally different. So that was a different binder for a different reason. Why is this binder so important to me, and how does this binder work? First and foremost, this binder has my catalog in the front of it. It has the entire fall winter 2020 catalog in it. Everything that the customer would have given if you would have given them a catalog is right here. This is an actual legit catalog. I do have tabs, if y'all didn't notice. I have different tabs in my catalogs. One thing that I always tab, without a shadow of a doubt, one thing that I always tab in my catalog is going to be the charitable cause warmer. Why? Because it's easier for me. It makes my life so much easier. It makes my life 10 times easier, especially when I'm going through the catalog when I first get it. I go through every single page, every single word of the catalog when I first get it for moments like this. So I tab that. The next thing that's usually tabbed in my book is starting of the warmer. So if it's like a warmer on a specific page that I want, that I didn't get, I'll go ahead and I'll tab it. Or if it's a warmer that I want to do some research on, I'll go ahead and I'll tab it. A lot of times if I order it, I'll take it out. But that's just usually what I do. And then the next thing that I do for sure, which I always do in every book, is I tab where the new release scents are. This particular one has holiday and new release side by side. So I usually tab where the wax scents start. That's always what I do first. So after charitable cause, it's always straight to the waxes. And I do this in Tiff's book as well, because she gets a book off rip, and I tab the same pages that I do in this, and I do it in hers. Because when she's going through it and she's helping me with something, we all need to be on the same page. So I tab that, and then obviously when you're going through it, you know what's what. I tab a whole bunch of other things. I tab the buddies. I tab the fragrance flowers. I tab a bunch of different things for a bunch of different reasons. Any new products that I want to make sure I talk about, because I talk about this book in detail when I first get it. Just in case y'all never seen one of those videos, I'll make another one. Next. So now that we're out of the catalog, this ended. I believe I just found more orders, but that's okay. These things here and this thing here all came from Dollar Tree. So now this is broken up into a bunch of different things. I have an events tab. I have monthly PRV goals. Like I said, this is my personal consultant binder. So I have follow-ups, orders and deliveries. So on my orders and deliveries, or my follow-up pages, I should say, it has who purchased from me within the last 90 days or so. I physically write those things down, and I follow up with those guests. Same thing with my PRV goals. I write those down. Now, if you look at this, you're going to be like, oh my God, you haven't done this since May. I have. It's just in a different book. my breakdown of how I'm going to mathematically achieve those goals I put in here. And then, of course, we have the follow-up tabs. And on my follow-up tab, I have something that says Good Vibes Only. It's a magnet. It's a bookmark. It lets me know that that is something that I need to make sure that I do. And then I have deliveries. And then in my deliveries this is what my wife was actually here doing. It's my reorder list. I literally write down everything and every scent that I have to reorder. If it is a holiday scent and that scent is no longer available, I find something comparable to it. Why do I do that? That'll be for a whole nother video of why I do reorders. And that is actually page after page after page. That's about 2 pages of reorders. And then it's just a regular, like, last tab of notes. Again, so the paper I also got from Walmart. I'll show you the paper because you're probably like, what paper? I don't know if we have this. I don't think we do. I'll talk to her about these things later. But the paper. So I do have mini notebook paper. And so this binder doesn't have the hook things. So you just have to be really careful. I'm almost done. This doesn't have those hook things. So you have to usually be really careful. So basically what I'll do is I'll take this stuff out and I'll show it to you. Boom shakalaka. This is regular lined paper. I got this from Walmart as well. Dividers I got from Walmart. These little tab thingies like I was telling you I got from Dollar Tree. No, I didn't. I got them from Dollar General. The same place I got this binder from. Got this from Dollar General. Now, if I'm traveling, if I'm conferencing, if I'm on a business thing, or if I just know I have work to do, this comes with me everywhere. So this is another reason why I like mini binders. That's because they can fit in all of my bags. So I'm winning all around. Last binder that I'm going to show you that I'm still actually working on is going to go ahead and be my team binder. Literally, I'm legit still working on this. But what my team binder consists of is every last person on my team. From my direct team members to the people that are under my team members because they're still falling under me. Now, if that is not how your company works, then don't do this part like this. So basically what I did is, this is legit a regular binder. Just like a regular maybe 1 inch to a 1/2 inch binder. And what I did was I printed out everybody on my team. So basically I took their information, not stole it, but I took their information off of the workstation because that information comes to me. And this is a confidential binder. This is a binder that is going to literally utilize me building my team one person at a time. The concept of my binder is this. It's going to have their join dates, their birthdays, awards earned, labels, because I make my teammates labels. As soon as they start the business, I make them their labels. And anybody I have to make labels for and get them to their labels. And then it's going to be conference notes, dates, topics. So anything like, so for example, I do have a conference today. I'm going to go ahead and write those notes out and I'm going to transcribe them very, very neatly. I'm going to go ahead and put them into this particular book under that person's name. And yes, I'm pretty sure this book is in alphabetical order as well because I have a thing with things that are not in alphabetical order. So, for the first part, it's legit just as easy. I love this binder. I can bend it back. This is so if it's a page in front with someone's information on it, which means that person is not directly under me because that person is directly under me. Does that make sense? So this is a person that is not directly under me. They're indirectly under me, but I'm still over them. So I'm still responsible for them. But when I get to here, I'll show her birthday only. This is a person who is directly under me. So behind her tab, obviously, well, behind her name is going to be just blank sheets of paper where I'm going to go ahead and put notes. I did not meet with this young lady yet. That's why there are no notes there for her. And then we're going to move forward because, again, we have somebody else who has a teammate and so forth and so on. Why do I do this binder like this? I need to be able to have everything for my team at my grasp. I need to be able to say, hey, per our last conversation, especially if you're asking me, how do I do something? How does something work? How do I change? What do I need to do? I'm going to go back to what our conversation was. And it's not to use it against you. It is to remind you that, hey, this is what we're supposed to be working on. So it's like when your child is in school and the teacher keeps a binder of all of the students' behavior and stuff like that, whether it's good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, it's not to be used against you. It's basically to help you grow. That's what this book is for. This is going to be the books to help my teammates grow. Even if you're not directly under me, unless you say you're under Miranda. So Miranda has 4 girls under her. Bethany, Sarah, Jake. I said 4 girls. Bethany has 4 people under her. So it's Bethany, Sarah, Jake, and Rachel, right? Those 4 are under one person. All 5 of those people are my responsibility. So after I talk to the one person that's under me, I reach out to the other 4 and I do the same training with them as well. This is basically my training book for my consultants that are under me. And those guys that are under them. So forth and so forth and so forth and so forth. So the young lady that I do have a meeting with today, I'm going to get her stuff together. Because I got like 3 hours. So I'm going to get her stuff together and I am going to do all that fun stuff. So basically this is what that front page looks like for everybody. This is all it is. Name, consultant ID number, join date, birthday. That's it. If they've earned any awards that I see, I go ahead and I note it. If they earn, or even if I send them recognition, I go ahead and I note that. That is literally how I keep up with the people who are on my team, and all that fun jazz. Like I said, this binder is the newest binder that I'm working on. So this binder really hasn't gotten a lot of my attention lately, which is horrible on my part, but I'm going to go ahead and give this baby a lot more love because I do plan on growing my team. So this is what this is going to be about. I will fill it in and stuff like that. And if y'all have any questions about the consultant team binder or my team binder or any binder that you see me show today, feel free to go ahead and ask me. And yes, I have a shelf for strictly my binders on my desk. It's just where all my binders are going to go. It's just so much easier. So that is literally how I organize my binders. Now, I will put down the binding of them, what each binder is, so I don't necessarily have to pull it, open it, and look at it. But I know it is based upon the color, except for this. This will never get a label on the side because I know what it is, and if you open it, it's obvious what it is. So again, the organizing is very important to your business as a whole. If you are into Excel spreadsheets, use Excel spreadsheets. If you are into loading Microsoft Word documents, load Microsoft Word documents. I am a fan of transcribing things, so I will write something and I will either rewrite it or I will type it up into a document. I have to sneeze. I'm sorry. I have to type it up and then I will, oh my God, my nose is itching so bad. I will at that point type it up or rewrite it, and that's how I keep up with what I need to keep up with when it comes to my business. Everything gets retranscribed, no matter what it is. I rewrite it 1,001 times if I have to, just to make sure that everything is where it needs to be. Really briefly, I will show y'all my index cards. Okay. Literally an index card holder. I told y'all, real brief. Open this bad boy up, you got your tabs. Everybody's in here. My teammates, my customers, everybody's in here. So, like for example, this young lady belongs to somebody under me. So this is her. This is her information. But who her sponsor is her. So I keep it like that so that when I'm talking to her, I kind of know who she is, where she came from, stuff like that. As like a try to find a way to get in touch with her or try to find a way to get in contact with her. Literally, I have to put all these back. So, when I'm doing my mailers, if I don't have time to get to that book, because let me tell you, I had to redo that book, because inside of my mailing book, I also keep a handwritten name and address for every single person that I mail for. So I transcribe them from here. They go in here, but they look like this. So they'll go on something that looks like this. And I literally just go down the line of every single person that is going to be on this page. And y'all are probably like, there's nobody there. This is literally something I think my wife created in Microsoft Word or something like that. This is nothing special. It's literally just a document that was created, and we literally handwrite the names and stuff that goes inside of it. So what I have to do later on today is I have to make sure that everybody's in their designated spot. Now, she might have added, she might have added the word Happy Mailers List on the front of it, versus what she had before. Oh, yeah, she had that before. So she's just working on a reversion of it. About to take an allergy pill. My nose keeps itching. But that is literally how I organize everything. And again, this is actually what works for me. And this actually works really, 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 really well for me. So this is what I do. I hope this helps somebody, anybody. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to send me a message. You can even write your question in the comments. I do read the comments. And I answer every question that's in the comments. Again, binders came from Dollar General, and the thrift store. My dividers for my mini binders came from Walmart. My protector sheets came from Office Max or Office Depot. If y'all have a Staples, y'all can go there. And that's it. My regular binders come from anywhere. I have a ton of binders. So that's where those came from. And of course, they're just regular product sheets. Like, not regular product sheets, regular sheet protectors. So you can get this from Dollar Tree as well. That's where I got all my stuff from. So I definitely hope this helps. I will be posting another video next week on a whole other topic. So hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks.